Not too many people here because I guess I put that Denise was subbing my class on accident. Whoops. Okie dokie, my friends. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. Let's see, special announcements. My next special offering I have is my next breathwork class. So I just did my frequency class last night for this month. It's usually the third Saturday of each month, but next month it's going to be the first Saturday. Somebody needed to switch things, so I'm going to be doing frequency the first Saturday of September, 7 to 9 p.m. in this space, breathwork and sound. And then I have a couple of retreats coming up with space left. One is like an easier, more accessible weekend retreat. So it's a long weekend, Thursday to Sunday, just in Bryan Head. So you just drive down after work and be back for work the next week. You'd probably miss one day of work, but I would love to have you. There's some budget bunk spots left, and then there's private rooms as well. And then Mexico in January, I have one room left. And people just kind of shifted into the quad room. So now the room that's available is a double room, or it could be a single room. So if you're interested, grab a flyer on your way out. All the info is on my website. Ask me any questions if you have them. And other than that, that's all I got, I think. So let's just go ahead and practice. Comfortable seat if you're not already there. And you might even just take a moment to kind of feel around, move a little bit. Just notice, how is my body today? You could stretch your arms up. You could roll your head around, roll your shoulders around. And just notice how you feel. And then eventually find stillness, settle in. And as you come into stillness, just place your hand somewhere intentionally. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Whatever you're doing it on purpose. So palms might rest just on your lap, palms face down to go a little more inward, be a little more grounded. Palms face up to be a little more open or receptive. You can also bring hands to heart, or even one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And either close your eyes or lower and soften your gaze. So if you really prefer to keep your eyes open, you might try gazing down at the tip of your nose. And then just take these first few moments to really fully arrive here in this space. So all of us are here physically, obviously, but see if you can really allow yourself to arrive here mentally, emotionally, energetically. So letting go of past, letting go of future, and just feeling yourself in this room, in this moment right now. Feel your physical body right here, your sit bones on the ground, the air on your skin. Notice the sounds, the sound of my voice, obviously, and then what other sounds are there? Background noises, maybe sounds coming from within your own body. Going a little deeper, getting a little more subtle, see if you can notice how you feel, not just physically, but also energetically and emotionally. What have you brought with you to class today? What's just flowing around inside of you? And this practice is not about being peaceful all the time, pushing feelings away just so we can feel peaceful and calm. But it's about creating space to feel whatever we're feeling, to hold it with our loving awareness as it moves through and flows. So whatever you're feeling this morning, rather than trying to control it or manipulate it in any way, just let it be there. Imagine your body as just this wide open space for energy to flow through. So energy comes in many forms, and one of them is breath. So start to feel into your breath, life force energy, prana, as it flows through you. Maybe you visualize it in some way, flowing up and down your spine. And use your breath, each inhale, each exhale. Use your breath as an anchor to keep you in this present moment. So every time that you find you've wandered off, your mind has wandered somewhere else, that's perfectly normal. We're human. Just notice it and then come back to your breath. Come back to physical sensation, energetic sensation, and even emotions. You can even notice your thoughts as they're coming and going. So your thoughts, you can't turn them off, but you can step back and just start to watch them and witness them rather than getting involved or wandering off or attaching to them. So start to really feel into yourself as the witness, just noticing everything there is to notice, feeling everything there is to feel, and not needing to judge it or explain it or figure it out, but just simply noticing. And the next time you inhale, friends, fill up as big as you can. Fill up every little space inside of your body. And then hold in fullness. And see if you can even find an extra little sip of air at the top. Big open mouth sigh. Let it go. Ah. And a couple more times just like that. Inhale, fill up. As full as you can get. Hold. Maybe that extra little sip. And then open your mouth and let it go. Ah, beautiful. Let's do that one more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Pause in fullness. Extra sip. And then big, huge sigh, release. Ah, very nice. With your lips sealed now, start to cultivate Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So you're constricting the muscles in the back of your throat. They're the same muscles you use when you whisper, when you gasp, or when you hum. So essentially, you're humming on the inside. You're humming slowly, steadily, without using your actual voice. So you start to create this whisper noise or this oceanic sound as you breathe in and out. See if you can follow that sound with your awareness. Slow, spacious inhalations. Long, strong exhalations all the way to emptiness. So there's no rush in this breath. You're more than welcome to take your time here, to stay here a little longer. You can also come back here at any time throughout our practice if you just need a moment to reconnect. If you are ready to begin moving your body, take your breath with you. Transition forward to your hands and your knees, tabletop. From your tabletop, start to draw big clockwise circles with your hips. So over to your right, all the way back towards your heels, almost like you're sitting into a child's pose. Over to your left, and then forward as far as feels good to you. So you might almost be in a cobra or an up dog situation. And take these circles a few times. If there are places that feel really tight, you want to kind of work back and forth, you're welcome to. Good job, you guys. Finish the round you are on, and then slowly come back to a neutral spine position. Once you're back in your neutral spine position, bring your knees at least hips-width distance apart, maybe a little wider. We're setting up for thread the needle. So take your right arm and extend it out to the right. Reach it all the way up towards the sky as high as you can. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, thread your right arm through. So reach, reach, reach. Gently rest down on the outside of your head and your shoulder. And you can choose to work it however you want to. So left hand might push into the ground. Left arm might wrap behind your back. Maybe you interlace your left fingers with your right fingers and give your right arm just a gentle tug. See if you can still feel your ujjayi breath, big and spacious, intentional, powerful. Every single exhalation, all the way to emptiness. Nice job, you guys. Breathe all the way down into your low belly, low back. All the way to empty. At the bottom of each exhale, feel your connection to center. Navel draws back towards your spine. And feel your strong core. Take just a couple more rounds here on this side. Good job. If you do have your left hand lifted, set it back down. On an inhalation, unthread your right arm. Reach it out and all the way back up. And then exhale, right hand down. Take a moment for some counterclockwise circles now. So over to your left, back, over to your right, and forward. Just feeling into what feels really good today, what might feel a little stiff today or tender. Maybe you notice how you slept last night. You feel it in your neck or your shoulders or your low back. Rather than judging, just get curious. Good breathing. All right, finish the round you are on and slowly make your way back to neutral. Once you are in neutral spine, make sure your knees are at least hips-width distance apart. And this time, take your left arm out, take your left arm up. Inhale. And exhale to thread your left arm through. So reach, 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 and then gently rest down. And again, you can work it however you want. Maybe you push into the ground with your right fingertips. Maybe you wrap your right arm behind your back. Maybe there's some other variation you like to take, and it doesn't necessarily have to be what you did on the other side. Big, slow, spacious inhalations. Slow, steady, strong exhalations all the way to emptiness every time. Take about 3 more. Very good, my friends. Soft through your face, your jaw, your forehead. If you do happen to have your right hand lifted, set your right hand back on the ground. On an inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it out and all the way up. And then exhale, left hand down. For a moment, just move in any way you want to. Maybe cat cows, maybe more hip circles, maybe just sit back into a child's pose. And then as you are ready, my friends, downward facing dog awaits you. So in your own time, in your own way, downward facing dog is our destination. Once you're back in your dog pose, feel around. Maybe you pedal out your heels. You give your head a little shake or a little nod. See if you can feel your strong foundation in your hands. So spread your fingers really wide and almost grip the ground like you're a gecko holding onto a screen door. So strong fingers and finger pads. Imagine that you're taking energy from the earth through your hands, moving it up through your arms and your side bodies and your spinal column. And feel the connection right at your center. So in this pose, you're lifting yourself up using the strength in your core. Imagine there's a rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling up, tugging back. So feel your core lifting you out of your upper body, out of your wrists and your hands. Feel your strong shoulders. Take one more great big inhalation into your down dog. And then as you exhale, just slowly curl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. Once you are in your fold, hang out here for just a moment. You can widen your stance a bit if you'd like. Ragdoll your arms, bob, sway, bounce. Little or big bend in your knees is absolutely fine. So see if you can feel your core. See if you can feel that connection to your center. So that invisible rope now attached to your belly button, it's pulling straight up. So use your core to lift your butt a little higher. Let the crown of your head get closer to the ground. Let your neck relax. Take one more round in your forward fold. As you inhale, find a halfway lift position, spine long, parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold and bow. Nice, Mia. Again, inhale, halfway lift. So top of your head reaches forward, tops of thighs press back, sit bones broaden. Nice, Dai. Exhale, release and fold. And then from the press of your feet, see if you can lead with your heart, this time all the way up. Big bend in the knees is more than welcome. Arms to the sky. Hands to your heart center. Exhale. All right, for just a moment, flow with your breath. High mountain, breathe in. Hinge at your hips and dive down slowly. Traction out your spine, then release and fold. Beautiful. Spinal extension. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Press into your feet, connect to your center, lead with your heart, rise. Inhale, take your arms up. Nice, Janet. And exhale, hands gather to your heart. Let's do that one more time. Maybe you try closing your eyes. Inhale, reach. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale to dive down. Stick your butt out and feel your core engage to hold you as you dive. Halfway lift position, breathe in. Nice, Michelle. And then exhale, release. Beautiful breathing. Press into your feet, heart leads. Rise back up. Arms overhead as you breathe in. Gaze up, perhaps. And then hands to your heart as you breathe out. All right, this time, friends, inhale your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, side body stretch to your right. So I'm going to bring my right hand to my right hip for a little support. If there's any other variation you want to take, please feel free. So just working the length in your left side, a little more weight in your left foot, especially press into the inner edge of your left foot. Sometimes I like to reach my right tiptoes out to the right. Think of a crescent moon and try to create that shape with your body. Breathe into your left waistline and the space between your left ribs. One more deep breath here. Nice, Casey. As you inhale back through center, and exhale takes you up and over to the other side. Keep your right shoulder back and down. So your bicep should be next to your ear, not in front of your face. And then a little more weight in your right foot. Maybe your left tiptoes reach out. Feel into your right side and breathe into your right side. Nice, Scott. Soft through your face and your jaw. One last round here. As you inhale, bring it back to center, arms reach up. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. So make sure your shoulders aren't rolling forward to get your clasp, rolling back. And then if it is available, try not to lock out your elbows and start to reach your hands back away from your body. Good. Maybe even add a little back bend by pressing your hips forward as you hug in with your inner thighs. So like you're squeezing an invisible yoga block. Puff up your chest, tilt your chin up. Try not to let your head collapse back, but keep strength in the sides of your neck. So you're extending back. Take one more in-breath. Keep your clasp, and as you exhale, hinge at your hips all the way down and fold. Good work. Keep your fingers interlaced just a little bit longer. So hang out in your fold for a moment. Relax your neck. Let your head be heavy. See if you can lift your knuckles a little bit higher, working the mobility in your shoulders. See if you can lift your butt a little bit higher, using the strength in your core. Big, spacious breath. One more inhalation. And as you exhale, hands to low back first, and release your clasp. Let your arms hang, let them dangle, maybe give them a little shaky shake. On an inhale, find your halfway lift position. And then from here, plant your hands or your fingertips, and like you're a four-legged creature, gracefully and lightly start to crawl your hands forward until you are in a plank position. So top of a push-up. Shoulders over wrists, hips level with your shoulders. See if you can take little baby rocks forward and back like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. So in a yoga plank, hips level with shoulders, draw your belly button in and up. I know they tell you to tuck your butt in CrossFit or whatever, but in yoga, hips level with shoulders, draw your belly button in and up. Take that little rock forward, so on your tippy toes, or knees can come down to modify. Exhale, lower halfway. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly sink. Inhale, push back up. Nice, Emily. Do that one more time. Little rock forward, lower halfway down. So try to keep your elbows lined up over your wrist rather than behind them. Inhale, push back up. And then this time, one strong straight line all the way to your belly. Very nice. Take a back bend of your choice, heart opener of your choice. So baby cobra, full cobra, Spider-Man cobra, sphinx, up dog, lots of options. You can take as much time as you want, maybe feel around, eventually downward facing dog. You've got about 5 deep breaths in your dog pose. Please feel free to move around and explore. Or maybe you just find stillness and you take little tiny micro movements inside. You explore little tiny micro adjustments inside. So sometimes those adjustments, the ones I can't even hardly see on the outside, but you feel them on the inside, sometimes those adjustments change everything. So rather than tuning out just because you've been in down dog 100 times before, tune in. What can you find here? Can you find your strong hands, strong shoulder girdle? Can you find a connection to your center? Soft face, relaxed neck, big, spacious breath. Awesome. You guys look so good. Nice, Kirsten. Take one more big inhalation as you push the ground away. As you exhale this time, look forward, and however you'd like to get to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift. Breathe in, nice and long. Exhale, bow, let it go. Nice, clear. And from the press of your feet, take it all the way up. Arms to the sky, breathe in, stretch tall. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. All right, let's build our flow. Inhale, high mountain pose. And as you exhale, chair plane. So sit back and reach back. As you sit back, notice, did your belly let go? Draw your belly button in and up so you feel a connection to your center. You feel almost like you have a little brace around your middle. Lift your heart using the strength in your upper and your mid back, not by dumping into your low back. So feel your shoulders rolling back and down, your shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. Only if you want to, my friends. Rock up to your tiptoes now. So lift your heels really high. And with your heels lifted, you now have more range of motion in your legs. See if you can get a little lower, bend your knees a little more. Yes, so nice. Take one more round wherever you're working. And then as you inhale, arcing Tadasana. So set your heels down, cactus your arms, pop up your heart, open up. And then exhale, we'll go straight into our forward fold. I like to bring my hands together at my third eye center and slowly dive. Beautiful. Halfway lift position, breathe in. And plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. Take your vinyasa however you would like to. Just do it with awareness. See you in downward facing dog. Big, slow, spacious breath. Powerful Ujjayi breath. All right, from your dog pose, the next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And you can choose, you can open your hip, you can explore a little bit, feel around a little bit. Just keep your strong hands, your strong shoulders. Keep your connection to your center. So that invisible rope, it's still lifting you up, tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. Feel your big, deep breath supporting you. Next time you inhale, make your right leg long, strong, and powerful. And as you exhale, keep your hips nice and high, right knee towards your nose, push the ground away, and then step through softly, low lunge. Nice, Tara, rise slowly into your crescent lunge. So all of your toes face directly forward, high on the ball of your back foot. So rather than feeling like you almost have your back heel on the ground, you might lengthen your stance, get high on the ball of your back foot, and try to straighten your back leg as much as you can. So your back leg should feel just as powerful as your front leg in this posture. Energetically pull front hip back, back hip forward. Tone your belly, so draw your belly button in and up. Feel that brace around your middle. This is your transverse abdominis. Puff up your heart. Maybe even tilt your chin up and gaze up. So whatever you're doing in your crescent lunge, you're aware of it. It's intentional. Breathe into every little space. Feel that prana flowing through. Good. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, we are going to twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Bend your back knee to a hover. If you want to modify, back knee can come down gently at any time. Otherwise, back knee is bent. And as your back leg is hovering above the ground, try to drag it forward. Try to pull your front hip back, squeeze through your inner thighs even more. Maybe gaze back over your right shoulder. Take one more round of breath and see if you can twist a little further. Nice, Anna. As you inhale, come back to your crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Invitation to straighten both of your legs now. Squeeze through the fronts of your thighs. As you exhale, bring your hands to the earth. We won't do this when we flow breath to movement, but for right now, set your back knee down gently, and we're going to take half splits, half Hanumanasana. So you can either leave your back toes curled under and bring your hips back to your heel, or you can keep your hips a bit higher, walk your front foot forward, keep your hips kind of stacked over your back knee. Flex your right toes back and active, and energetically push down with your right heel and try to pull it back. Rather than tucking your tailbone under, curling under with your tailbone, the intention is to stick your butt out behind you. So especially your right butt cheek, try to stick it out, make it really big as you reach your heart forward. Flexion through your right toes, even your little baby pinky toe. Yes. Awesome. Good awareness. Take about 3 more breaths here. Big, spacious inhalations. Nice, Jan. Slow exhalations all the way to empty. Saw through your face and your jaw. One last round. End of your exhale. Come back to your low lunge position. Lift your back knee off the ground. And then pivot your back heel down, setting up a warrior 2 stance. Rise when you are ready. So Virabhadrasana 2. Right toes face directly forward, left toes face directly to the left. Track your front knee open. So if it feels like your front knee is kind of falling inward, imagine you're trying to wrap your right butt cheek underneath your body and get your front knee to track towards your pinky toe. Nice job. Stack your shoulders over your hips so you're not reaching forward or leaning forward. You're nice and centered. Your weight is nice and centered. Next time you breathe in, my friends, reverse warrior. Front palm rotates up. Reach up. Try to touch the sky. Reach slightly back. Keep strength in your left side abdominals as you stretch your right side. Keep breathing into your right waistline. In between your right ribs, create space there. Keep bending your front knee. Maybe you bend it just a little bit deeper. And again, track it towards your pinky toe. This is not a back bend. It's a side body stretch. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Feel your transverse abdominis holding and supporting your low back. One more big inhale. As you exhale, come through your warrior 2 into a side angle pose. So reach, reach, reach. And then when you can't reach anymore, right arm towards the ground, left towards the sky. Your right elbow could also come to your right thigh. Nice, Mary Jo. Your right hand could also come to a block. Left arm could reach up or forward towards the front wall. If there's any other variation you want to work into, go for it. Got about 3 more rounds in side angle. Try to keep your hips open, your heart open. Even imagine that your heart wants to look up. Is there any way you could adjust? to let it look up just a little bit more. Take one last deep breath. And then from the press of your feet, rise back up to your warrior two. Now straighten both legs, parallel your feet, all of your toes face the long edge of your mat. Take your arms to the sky, inhale. We won't do this in our flow, but for right now, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers here. Roll your shoulders back and down. If it is available, start to reach your hands back. Try not to lock out or hyperextend your elbows. Maybe lift your heart. So little baby back bend, gaze up, inhale. Nice. And then as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Take it all the way down. Awesome, Claire. Hang out in this wide-legged fold with your fingers interlaced for a few rounds. And without your hands on the ground in front of you, you have to use your core to work this pose. So see if you can feel your strong core and use it to lift your butt higher. Squeeze the front of your thighs, your quad muscles. So think crown towards the ground and sit bones towards the sky. See if you can lift your knuckles a little higher, working the mobility in your shoulders. Last couple breaths. Yeah, you might give your head a little shake or a little nod. You guys look so good. Nice work. All right, if you've still got your clasp, end of your next exhale, hands to low back, then release. Let your arms come down. Inhale to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees as much as you need. And then spider curl your hands to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge position. This is a bigger movement. We're moving into a standing staff pose. So right foot roots down and all the way up to standing. Left knee lifts, arms reach up. And if you need to use your left foot to help you up, that's absolutely fine. Yes, good. Hug in with your inner thighs. Flex your left toes back towards your shin. Breathe, slow, steady breath. Focus your gaze on something that is not moving. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, we'll twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. You can grab hold of your left leg with your right hand. You could press your left hand into your low back and use your hands as a little bit of gentle leverage. We will eventually get into the full variation of this pose. So if you want to get there now, that's fine. But otherwise, we'll work into it later, I promise. Take about 2-3 more rounds in this twist. See if you can feel every single exhalation, that wringing out sensation right at your center. Broad through your shoulders and your collarbones, tall through your spine. Last round here. Beautiful work, friends. As you inhale, come back to standing staff, arms reach up. Maybe your left leg even extends forward. And then exhale, slow motion, low lunge. See if you can land with fingers and toes at the exact same time, maybe. From low lunge, three-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Three-legged down dog. All right, open your hip. Bend your knee, reach your right knee out and up. So feel almost as if your right hip is a hinge on a door. Your right leg is the door. It just swings open. So ideally, you don't have to sink into your left side to open your right hip. It actually just comes from your right hip, and everything else stays pretty much the same. Take one more inhale here. You can stay if you prefer. Otherwise, right knee towards your left elbow as you exhale. So a little twist. Yes, nice, Rach. Inhale, back up, open your hip up. And exhale, right knee, right armpit, come forward, push the ground away. Inhale, three-legged dog, this time square hips. And exhale, either straight to down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga. You can take it however you want, three-legged or right toes down, right, or both knees down even. Lift your heart with your inhalation. Beautiful. And then take it back, downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. Open mouth sigh might feel real nice. Inhale, left leg to the sky. And feel free to explore in your own way. So if that means opening your hip, awesome. If that means keeping your legs straight, your hips square, anything goes, just as long as you are aware of what you're doing, you're feeling it, you're exploring. Strong hands, strong shoulders, strong core, and strong breath. Next time you inhale, make your left leg straight, strong, and powerful. Keep your hips super high, almost like you're staying in a down dog position, left knee towards your nose. So come forward just a bit, curl in, and then step through. If you keep your hips high, it's so much easier to step forward. Rise as you are ready, crescent lunge. So high on the ball of your back foot rather than your heel like 1 inch away from the ground. Try to get your heel as high as you can. Get your stance nice and long. And then rather than sinking into your stance, you're stabilizing, you're hugging in. So front hip draws back hip draws forward. You feel that tone in your belly, lowest, deepest abdominals, that brace around your middle, supporting your low back. Get used to feeling that. Heart lifts, maybe your gaze lifts. Breathe. Let that prana, that life force, move through every little space. Let it move through your fingers and your toes. Take one more inhalation. And as you exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back knee bends to a hover, or your back knee can come gently down. Imagine you are trying to pull your front hip back and your back hip forward. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Keep your weight centered so you don't have to reach forward. Weight is still nice and centered. You might gaze over your left shoulder behind you. Awesome work. Take one more round. Nice Barb. As you inhale, bring it back to crescent lunge. Invitation to straighten your legs. So make your legs straight, strong, powerful. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Set your back knee down gently, half splits, half Hanumanasana. So I say keep your back toes curled under, because when we untuck our back toes, a lot of times what just automatically happens is your tailbone then curls under too. So you do not want your tailbone curling under. You want to stick your butt out as much as you can. Especially think of sticking your left butt cheek out and then reaching your heart forward like you want to reach your heart past your knee. Flex your toes, even your little baby pinky toe. Press down with your left heel and try to drag your left heel back. So you're not trying to push your left heel forward, try to pull it back. And as you energetically pull it back, your left butt cheek sticks out even more. Your heart reaches further forward, and you fold over your front leg just a little bit further. Yes, really good. Nice awareness, you guys. Take about 2 or 3 more deep breaths. And if it's uncomfortable here, just be with that discomfort. Don't try to make it go away. Breathe into it, soften around it. Nice, Tim. Take one last round all the way to empty with your exhale. So good. And then come back to your low lunge position. Lift your back knee up. Pivot your back heel down. Warrior 2. Rise when you are ready. Virabhadrasana 2. So left toes directly forward, right toes directly to the right. Your hips are open, so let them open. Lots of times people kind of try to pull their back hip forward. Let your back hip stay open. Femur bone plugged into the hip socket. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Left knee tracking open towards your pinky toe. So rather than sticking your left butt cheek out, see if you can wrap this left butt cheek underneath your body. Feel that front knee track towards your pinky toe. Next time you inhale, reverse your warrior. Nice, Tara. So front palm rotates up, reach back. Deep bend. Nice, Mikkel, in your front knee. Lift your left rib cage up away from your left hip. Create more space in your left waistline and then breathe into that space. Your back leg right now, it feels just as strong as your front leg, pressing the inner and outer edge of both feet. Take one more great big huge inhalation in your reverse warrior. Stay easy, and as you exhale, come through your warrior 2, moving into side angle. So reach forward and then tip it over. Left hand towards the ground, right towards the sky, or left elbow could rest on left thigh, right arm could reach forward. If there's a variation that you want to work here, go for it. Couple more breaths. Open through your hips, open through your heart. Feel your breath moving through every little space. And if it feels like it's getting stuck somewhere, how can you adjust so that it can flow more freely? Take one last round. Awesome. Took from the press of your feet. Inhale, come back up to your warrior two. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Arms to the sky as you inhale. And this time, exhale, dive down, wide-legged fold, anywhere you would like to go. So about 5 to 7 breaths. You can hang out and breathe, or you can explore, you can play. Wherever you go, just make sure your breath comes with you. Your awareness comes with you. Good. Try not to rock back into your heels and lock out your knees, but wait just slightly forward, maybe a little or even a big bend in your knees. If you're working the fold, focus on lifting your butt up as you reach the crown of your head down. At the bottom of each exhale, feel that connection to your center. Feel your core engage. Nice work, everyone. Beautiful poses. Good awareness. Last couple of breaths. Thanks, Janet. With your next inhalation, spinal extension, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees as much as you need, and then crawl your hands to the top of your space back to a low lunge position. From low lunge all the way up to your standing staff pose. So use your right foot to help you up if needed. Right knee lifts, arms reach. Flex back through your toes. Again, even your little baby pinky toes. See if you can find energy in it. Flex it back towards your shin. Yes, beautiful. Hug in with your inner thighs. Focus your gaze. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, twist left arm forward, right arm back. You can grab hold of your right leg with your left hand. You can press your right hand into your low back. Use your hands against your body as gentle leverage. So really tall through your spine, really broad through your shoulders. Connected to your center, and that's going to help you balance if you can feel your connection to center and use it. Maybe you even gaze back over your right shoulder behind you. Awesome, Diane. Take one last round here. Work your twist as you exhale. Inhale back to standing staff. Arms reach up. Maybe right leg even extends forward. Like you're moving in slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch the ground with your fingers and toes at the same time. And then from your low lunge, three-legged down dog, take your left leg up and open your left hip. Yes, good. Squeeze your outer left glute to open your left hip. So rather than just sinking into your right side to open your left hip, make this movement actually come from your left hip joint. Learn to articulate through your left hip joint. Take one more inhale, maybe lift your left knee a little higher. You can stay if you want, otherwise left knee, right elbow, get as close as you can. Good, inhale back up, open your hip again. Left to left, aim for your armpit, aim high. Try not to let your butt drop. Inhale back up, nice Scott. This time square hips. And exhale straight to down dog or rock forward, chaturanga, take it your way. Inhale to lift your heart. And then downward facing dog. And this is a great place also to take a child's pose or another resting pose of your choice. Great place to grab a drink of water. Great place to take a couple open mouth sighs. So we are going to flow now through that entire sequence. One breath, one movement. But we're not going to speed through it as fast as we can. We will move super slowly with our super slow, super deep breath. So if you feel like I'm cueing too slow for you, see if you can breathe bigger and deeper and move with your breath. Let it guide you. If at any time you just need a little break or you just want to do your own thing, totally fine with me. This is your practice, so honor your own body. Listen to it. Give it what it needs. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog, ujjayi breath. All right. Great big inhale, hips high, spine long. Exhale, look to the top of your mat. Get there however you like, forward fold. Halfway lift position, breathe in, lengthen up. Exhale, bow. Now let's rise, take it all the way up, arms reach up, inhale. Hands to your heart center, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane, or float up to your tiptoes for drinking bird. Arcing Tadasana, heels down, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Straight into your forward fold as you exhale, dive down. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga as you exhale. You might even hold empty as you lower down. Inhale to peel your heart open, keep your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog, nice Mikkel. Great big inhalation, take your right leg to the sky, make it strong and powerful. And use your core as you exhale, step through as soft as you can. Rise slowly, breathe in, crescent lunge. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back, back knee bends all the way to emptiness. Inhale back to crescent, or option to straighten both of your legs. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground, low lunge, pivot your back heel down. Listen, reverse warrior. So rise up, reach back. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over all the way to emptiness. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, reach your arms up. And parallel your feet, dive down as you exhale. Good. Inhale, lift halfway, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, low lunge, walk your hands forward. Inhale, standing staff, all the way up, rise, left knee lifts. Exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back, empty out. Inhale, standing staff, maybe extend your left leg if you haven't. And then slowly, low lunge, fingers and toes hit the ground at the same time. Inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg back and up, open up your hip. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged, see if you can open that hip again. And then right to right, aim for your right armpit super high, push the ground away. Inhale, three-legged, square hips, square hips. Exhale, down dog or rock forward, chaturanga. Nice, Mary Jo. Inhale, heart lifts. Good, Barb. Exhale, hips lift. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Use your strong core, step through softly, low lunge. Mia. As you inhale, rise slowly, crescent lunge, strong through your legs. Exhale, turbo twist, twist toward the windows, right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends. Inhale, crescent, option is straighten your legs. Feel the power in your back toes. Exhale, hands down, back heel pivots down. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, rise up, reach back. Yes. Side angle. Exhale, reach forward, tip it over all the way to emptiness. Beautiful. As you inhale, come back up, reach your arms to the sky, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. And then exhale, take your dive all the way down, all the way to emptiness. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. And then exhale, low lunge, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Standing staff, left foot roots down, rise, right knee lifts, arms reach. As you exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back, all the way to empty. Inhale, standing staff, maybe right leg extends. Low lunge, fingers and toes touch at the same exact time. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up, open up your hip. Feel free to hold or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Good, awesome, Emily, back up, open your hip, inhale. Left to left as you exhale. And then inhale, three-legged dog with square hips, long through your left leg. Exhale, straight to down dog or chaturanga. Come forward, lower slowly. Nice, Jan. Heart lifts with your inhale. And then downward facing dog. Everybody, give yourself a moment. Maybe give yourself a big sigh out your mouth. That's one round. Good work. We've got one more. And this time I'm going to change a few things up. I'm going to add a few things in. So just like you've been doing, stay present, listen to my cues, take them as invitations. So if it works, wonderful. If it doesn't work, you want to do something else, totally fine. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog pose, Ujjayi breath. Take one more big inhalation into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, spine parallel to the horizon. Exhale, let it go. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart, take it all the way to stand. Inhale, arms overhead. Hands to your heart, exhale. All right, listen right here. Inhale, high mountain. Side body stretch to your right. Exhale, any variation you want to take. Back through center, breathe in, realign. Exhale, other side, like a crescent moon with your body. Inhale, center reach. Exhale, chair plane or pop up to your tiptoes for drinking bird. Inhale, arcing Tadasana, so heels down, cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of shoulder blades as you open your heart. And then exhale, go straight into your slow dive. Forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift position. Nice reach. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Keep that exhale going or hold empty as you lower. Heart lifts. Point your elbow tips at the back wall. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. All right, inhale your right leg to the sky. Use your strong core. Exhale, step through softly. Rise slowly, crescent, inhale. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Now listen, pause here. Bring your right forearm across your low back, square your shoulders and look forward. Reach your left arm up, maybe slightly back. So use your arm across your low back as support and then curl open using the strength in your mid and your upper back, using the mobility in your mid and your upper back. One more inhale. Nice job. As you exhale, left hand comes down, right hand comes down. Pivot your back heel down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Rise, reach up, reach back. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over. Pause in side angle, friends. You can stay or invitation to move into balancing half moon. Right hand reaches forward, left foot floats up. Yep. So if your left leg is lifted, it's so strong, it's so powerful. It's like you're stomping it on the back wall. Try not to open with just your arms, but open through your hips. Squeeze your outer right butt cheek, press your hips forward. Let your hips open, let your heart open. Maybe your back leg lifts just a little bit higher. One last round. And then see if you can land softly back in warrior two. Good job. Take a moment to adjust if needed. Next time you inhale, my friends, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, arms reach up. And as you exhale, dive down, wide-legged forward fold, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Inhale, lift halfway, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Standing split, or excuse me. Yeah, let's do that. Standing splits, I like it. I was gonna say standing staff, but let's do a standing split. Change it up. So left leg lifts, and it's just like a one-legged forward fold. Let your neck relax. Let your core engage to help take weight out of your right leg. If you feel like playing, taking a couple handstand hops or wrapping your right arm behind your right leg, go for it. Take one more inhale. See if you can lift your left leg a little higher. Maybe spread your left toes. Now listen, as you exhale, set your left foot down next to your right foot. Big toes touch, tuck and curl, little tiny potato bug ball. Halfway lift, inhale, heels down, spine long. Exhale, forward fold. Now listen, inhale, rise up, reach up, lift your left knee up. As you exhale, twist towards the windows, right arm forward, left arm back. Again, we will pause. This is where you can take the full variation if you want. So only if you want to, grab your left foot or your left big toe and start to extend your left leg forward. Only as much as you can without rounding through your spine. Nice, Claire. Awesome, Daisy. So spine long, shoulders broad, collarbones broad. Maybe even try gazing back over your left shoulder. Nice, Kirsten. One last round. Beautiful. Inhale back to standing staff. Arms reach up. Left leg extends maybe if it hasn't already. And then low lunge, slow motion. Hands and toes touch at the same time. Three-legged down dog. Right leg back and up. Open up your hip. Now this time, option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward, heart forward. Feel the strength in your back body as you stretch through your front body and send your breath all the way down to your belly. One more big inhale if you're in the back bend. Nice, on an exhale, everyone downward facing dog. So regular down dog just for a moment, walk it out. You can absolutely choose to keep walking it out, or option to inhale, rock forward, high plank, maybe hovering right leg if you want. And exhale, chaturanga, lower slowly. Nice took. As you inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. Nice, Mary Jo. Exhale, downward facing dog. You are almost there. You've got one more side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Good, Barb. As you exhale, use your core. Step your left foot through as soft as possible. Nice, Tara. Rise, crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. Pause. Bring your left forearm across your low back. Square your shoulders forward, gaze forward, reach up, and then slightly back. So it's different than leaning back. You're curling open. Make it come from your mid and your upper back. Those lowest, deepest abdominals are supporting your low back. Your transverse is engaged. Take one more inhale, reaching through your right side. As you exhale, right hand down, left hand down, back heel down. Warrior or reverse warrior. So all the way up through warrior two, reach up and back. Yes. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and then tip it over. Pause in your side angle. You're welcome to stay. Or balancing half moon, reach your left hand forward, float your back foot off the ground. And if your back foot feels, or your back leg, I should say, feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, probably because you're not engaging any of the muscles in it. So make your right leg really strong, your right foot even really powerful. It's like you're karate kicking with your right leg and it got frozen in space. Hips are open. So rather than just reaching your right arm up, let your entire right side open, the right side of your heart. Let your right hip stack over left. Beautiful work. Maybe your back leg lifts just a tiny bit higher. Last inhale. And then see if you can come back, warrior two, soft landing. Take a moment to adjust if you need to. Next time you breathe in, my friends, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, arms to the sky. And with your exhalation, take your dive down all the way to emptiness. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And then exhale, crawl your hands forward, low lunge. standing splits. So left foot roots, right leg lifts, just like a one-legged forward fold. We'll pause here for a moment. You're welcome to play. You're welcome to explore or just hang out and breathe. Nice, Michelle. So your neck can relax. Your core is lifting you out of your left leg. So use your strong core here. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, big toes touch, tuck, and curl all the way to emptiness. Inhale, halfway lift, set your heels down and lengthen your spine, stick your butt out. Exhale, forward fold. Now root through your feet and rise. Inhale your arms up, lift your right knee up. Exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. You can hold right here, or option for the full variation, grab your right foot or peace fingers around right big toe. Start to extend. Pressing through your heel, hugging in with your inner thighs. Stay tall through your spine. Stay broad through your collarbones and your shoulders. If you want to, you can gaze over your right arm behind you. Take one last deep breath. Back to standing staff. So inhale, arms reach up, right leg extends maybe if it hasn't already. And then low lunge, soft landing. Beautiful. Three-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up, open up your hip. Stay and hold, or flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Left arm forward. Awesome, everybody. Feel the strength in your back body. Feel your abdominal wall stretching. Send your breath down into it. One more big, huge inhalation. Those of you in the back bend. Nice, Casey. And then bring it back. Regular down dog. Walk it out. Keep walking it out, or invitation to inhale forward, high plank, maybe hovering left leg if you feel so inclined, and then slowly lower, exhale. Inhale, lift your heart, and either down dog or child's pose. Give yourself a moment to simply feel. To simply be in your body and be the witness. So whatever's flowing through, just witness it. Just hold it with your awareness. Maybe you start to feel yourself a little bit more, not just as a physical being, but also an energetic being. Open mouth sighs are welcome. Sometimes open mouth sigh can be so therapeutic, so valuable. You feel overwhelmed if you feel like there's too much. There's too much heat, there's too much energy, there's too much sensation. Sigh it out your mouth. Give it somewhere to go. All right, friends. In your next 2 or 3 breaths, downward facing dog. All right. From your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot all the way out to the width of your mat, or maybe even onto the hardwood floor. And you have some options. You might bring your back knee down, sink your hips down, and try to lift your heart up. Or you could do the exact opposite. You could keep your hips lifted, melt your heart towards the ground. There's also cat grabs its tail if you want to go there. Maybe a little bit of both. So be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. Feeling into your pose, feeling into your hips. Make sure your front knee is not coming forward of your ankle. It's above or behind your ankle. And try not to let your front knee fall inward. Get it to track outward. So if you want to rotate your right toes out, that's absolutely fine. You want to rotate onto the outer edge of your right foot as long as your ankle stays nice and strong, absolutely fine. Last 2 or 3 big breaths. Ah, nice job, everybody. End of your next exhalation, slowly come back to your hands if you're not there already. Plant them under your shoulders. If your back knee is on the ground, lift it up. And then work your right foot back so you'll be in a plank position. Once you're in your plank position, side plank, right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or absolutely you can bring your right knee down or your right forearm down to modify. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, then lift your hips really, really high, and that'll take some weight out of your shoulder and your wrist. Maybe left arm reaches forward towards knee, lengthening through your left side, and possibly your left leg even floats up. If you float your left leg up, see if you can lift your hips even higher. Amazing. Take one more big, huge breath. Nice, easy, and then slow motion plank position, top of your push-up. Inhale, push the ground away. Ever so slowly lower all the way down to your belly and pause. We're going to take shoulder pigeon with our right arm. So turn your head left, reach your right arm straight out to the right with your palm facing the ground, and then roll up to your right side. So as you roll up to your right side, you can bring your left foot down behind you. You could also put your left foot in front of you. You could also take hand to big toe pose. Grab hold of your left big toe and extend your left leg up. Try to be in a place where you can let your head relax either on the ground or on a prop. Big, spacious inhale. All the way to empty with your exhale. Take about 3, 4 more breaths. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top. See if you can take an extra sip, teaspoon more. And then open your mouth and release. Ease your way back onto your belly. And for just a moment, turn your head the opposite direction. Do whatever feels good with your arms. Sometimes I like to just squeeze my arms in towards my sides. And either rock your hips side to side just a bit, or you could windshield wiper your shins. Bend your knees, windshield wiper. If you're taking windshield wipers, knees at least hips width distance apart. Breathe down into your low back. Good, and then in your next couple of rounds, tabletop position. All right, from your tabletop, take your right arm forward and your left leg back for a spinal balance. So reach long, strong line of energy from front to back. Draw your belly button in and up, so feel your transverse abdominis, that brace around your middle, holding you here, nice and strong. One more inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving in slow motion, like you're moving through molasses. Inhale, lengthen, long, strong, powerful. Elbow to knee, exhale. All the way to emptiness. Inhale, reach. One more time like that. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Good job. Inhale, reach. And then this time, you can either stay here or right arm reaches back. Bend your left knee, lift your heart. So try to lift your heart, not just your head. Maybe grab hold of your foot or your ankle if it's available. Work your half bow. So hug in with your inner thighs. As you kick foot into hand, pull a hand back into foot. Keep your transverse abdominis engagement to support your low back, even as you back bend. Take one last huge breath. So good. Inhale, release back to a spinal balance. So find neutral for just one moment. And then exhale, set everything down, tabletop. All right, invitation, my friends. Knees, hips width distance apart, toes curled under. Just sit back onto your heels, screaming toe pose. So rather than letting your heels fall out to the sides, hug in with your inner heels. If this feels like a lot, you can bring your hands to a block or the ground to take some weight off, lift your butt up. If you're able to, just sit back with a nice long spine. If you want to roll out your wrists or do anything with your upper body, that's fine with me. Screaming toe pose. So if your toes are screaming at you, if the heat is building in your feet, that's what's supposed to be happening. Send your breath into it. It's really good for your plantar fascia. So the soft tissue on the soles of your feet stretches it out. Take about 2-3 more rounds. You can exhale out your mouth at any time. Nice work. One last breath. And then at the end of your exhale, come back to hands and knees, untuck your toes. You can give them a little tap against the ground. And then eventually downward facing dog. And as you move back into down dog, feel all that new aliveness in your feet, that new awareness. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot through low lunge. Hands to the inside of left foot. Walk your left foot out to the width of your yoga mat, or maybe even off your mat onto the hardwood floor. Same options on this side. So back knee can come down as your heart lifts and your hips melt, or hips lift as your heart melts. Maybe cat grabs its tail, maybe a little ball three. Yes, good. Try not to let your front knee come forward of your ankle. Try not to let your front knee fall in. Track it out. Wherever you're working, make sure your breath is there. It's still flowing. It's big and spacious. Good job, everybody. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds. Very end of your next exhale. Let it go. Plant your hands under your shoulders and lift your back knee up. So tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then work your left foot back, plank position. Plank position. From plank position, side plank. Left hand is your base. Roll into the baby toe edge of your left foot. Yes, nice, Michelle. So lift your hips really high like you're trying to create a rainbow or an arch. Maybe your right arm reaches forward and feel into the length of your right side. Maybe your right leg floats up and you lift your hips just a tiny bit higher. Yes. Awesome, Mary Jo. Nice, Casey. Lift your hips, lift your hips. Breathe, soften around your pose. One last round. And then slowly plank or modified. Inhale at the top and push the ground away. Find your strength. Strong straight line all the way down. Pause once you're on your belly. Shoulder pigeon on your left side. So head turns right, left arm reaches out to the left, palm facing the ground. And then roll up onto your left side body. Any variation you want to take. Just make sure you can breathe. Big, powerful Ujjayi breath. Soft face, soft jaw, big spacious breath. Last couple rounds or so. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you possibly can. Hold in that fullness. Give yourself that extra little teaspoon, that extra sip. And then open your mouth, release. Roll back onto your belly. And for a moment, either rock your hips or windshield wiper your shins. If you did windshield wipers last time and you want something different, you could try egg beaters. So it's like you're throwing your feet, your legs into a mixing bowl. You're circling them at opposite directions at opposite times. Good job. Your next couple of rounds, tabletop. So in tabletop, spread your fingers and actively push down with your fingertips. Strong arms, strong shoulders. Draw your belly button in and up. Strong transverse abdominis. Left arm forward, right leg back. Yes. So as you reach, don't let your belly drop. Keep that engagement of your transverse, that connection to your center. Strong and powerful. One more inhale. Like you're moving through mud. Exhale, elbow to knee. Slow and smooth. All the way to empty. Yes, inhale, reach, long, strong, powerful. Exhale, curl in, elbow to knee, all the way to emptiness. Inhale, lengthen. One more like that. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, reach. And then this time, option to reach your left arm back, bend your right knee. Lift your heart, grab your ankle or the top of your foot and work your pose. Half bow variation. Hug in with your inner thighs. Heart lifts. Belly is still toned, supporting your low back. Good job. See if you can spread your toes as you hold your foot in your hand. Take your last big breath, your personal fullest expression. And then inhale back to neutral. Reach forward and back. Exhale, tabletop. Set everything down. All right, sit back once again into that screaming toe pose. And this time, you can either stay in screaming toe or option for camel pose. If your knees are feeling it, you can take your mat, double or triple it up, bring your knees onto that extra cushion. Get into an extended kneeling position. Hands behind you, like you're about to put them in your back pockets. Roll your shoulders back and down, point your elbow tips back. Press your hips forward, but as you press your hips forward, press your hips back into your hands so you still feel that engagement of your transverse abdominis. Stay here, or maybe one or both hands reaches back to grab your heels. Puff up through your heart, hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing an invisible yoga block. So you're not leaning back, you're curling open, puff up your chest. Try not to let your head collapse back, but keep strength in the sides of your neck. So extend back. Take just one more round wherever you're working. Huge deep breath. If you're in camel, see if you can come out the same way you came in. So hands to low back first, then leaning with your heart back to neutral. And then come forward to a tabletop. You can untuck your mat if you rolled it up. And then just for a moment, maybe some cat-cows, maybe some hip circles, maybe a child's pose, whatever you like. Intuitive movement for just a few breaths. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Pigeon pose, right shin forward. Bring your body down gently. You're welcome to take this on your back instead, or in a seat instead, or any other variation instead if you prefer. And then just breath by breath. Soften around your pose, soften within your pose. I'll come around with a little lavender essential oil spritzy spritz. If you do not want it on you or near you, just give me a raise of your hand. All right. Open mouth sighs are always welcome.
To do this, hands first and lift your butt and then take it forward. Yeah.
About 3, 4 more rounds. Exhale to soften. Nice, Mikhail. And your last round is a big open mouth sigh. If you are taking this on your back, you can stay there and just take some neutralizing movements in between sighs. If you're in regular pigeon, start to find your way back to down dog, however you want to get there. Maybe you want to take a vinyasa in between sides. Maybe just walk out your dog. I'm just going to leave it up to each of you when you're ready. Pigeon pose on the left side. Find your way there. And once you're there, use your breath. So everybody try not to push your hip towards the ground, and try, even in your pigeon pose, to find your connection to center, your transverse abdominis. So rather than pushing your hips down and flaring your ribs forward, navel to spine, find that brace around your middle. It kind of feels like everything integrates when you do that. So your left butt cheek lifts up and pulls back as your heart bows forward. And then to go deeper, all you have to do is scoot your back knee back just a little bit. So what we're doing by setting it up in this way, we're plugging the femur bone into the hip socket so that we're not just sinking into our joint and pulling on our tendons and ligaments, but we're actually plugging the femur bone in, making that joint really strong and healthy, and then we can stretch the actual muscle around it. And that little engagement in your transverse is always there to support your low back. If you can start to feel your transverse abdominis in this practice, and also out there in the world when you're living your regular life, that will change a lot. It will change the way you move, the way you stand. It's a great way to protect your low back. So if you are somebody who has lots of low back pain, get curious about that engagement. Take about 5 more rounds. Ah. Notice if you're tensing up through your forehead, your eyebrows. Notice if you're tensing up through your fingers or your hands. Just by noticing, maybe something shifts, maybe something softens. I will leave it up to you. I'm going to guess somewhere around 3 more breaths here, but I'll leave it up to you ultimately. So just when you feel pretty even with your pigeon on both sides, start one final transition back to one final down dog. If you're already on your back, you can wait for us there. Take any movement that calls to you. Back in your down dog, just walk it out. If you want one last vinyasa, now would be your time to take it. If you'd rather take a child's pose instead of down dog, that's fine. And then everybody eventually start to make your way all the way down onto your back. And once you are on your back, just hug your knees in towards your belly. Take a little rock from side to side. Feet on the ground with knees bent. Bring your feet mat width distance apart. Tee out your arms or goalpost your arms against the ground. And slowly windshield wiper your knees from side to side. So with your feet wide at the width of your yoga mat, that opens up space in your low back. And if you go slow enough, this is a super therapeutic movement. So really pay attention to your top leg. Reach your knee forward and down, lengthening from your shoulder all the way down to your knee. Feel that length in your entire side body. Yeah, and a little flexion in the toes is always good, so you're not pulling on your joints, tendons, ligaments. So slow and mindful, back and forth, just like a moving meditation. And if you want to pause on one side for a couple of breaths or so, go for it. Eventually back to center, find a happy baby pose. And happy baby. The intention is to have a neutral spine rather than a rounded back. So as you pull down with your arms, press up through your heels. Try to feel neutral spine or as close to neutral as possible. So backs of your shoulders are plugging in, rooting down towards the ground, and your tailbone is also rooting down towards the ground. Any exploration in happy baby, and then from happy baby, either move into your final relaxation, or if there's any other movements, poses, stretches that you would like to take, give yourself a few breaths. As you settle in, my friends, I will read to you. This is by Jeff Brown. It has to end, you know, the self-hatred, the collective shaming, the disdain for other, the emotional armor, the buried pain, the displaced humans, the misplaced kindness, the repressed trauma, the fake positivity, the meaningless materialism, the forgotten heart. It has to begin, you know, the self-love, the collective healing, the love for other, the emotional release, the liberated pain, the welcomed humans, the perpetual kindness, the honored story, the authentic feeling, the meaningful purpose, the open heart. It's time. So these last few moments, just be with yourself. Let your breath be effortless. Feel into your body as that wide open space. And let whatever is flowing just have space to flow. Don't fight it, don't avoid it, just allow it. Just witness it for these last couple moments of your practice. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Just slowly and gently come back to your physical body. Start to wiggle, start to move gently. And eventually roll to either side, fetal position. Let's give everything a moment to really settle in here. Sometimes I even like to visualize it, use my imagination, see like little pieces of stardust, just all this energy kind of seeping into my body. Anything you want to take with you, let it sink in, soak in. And use your arms to guide yourself up to seated meditation, right back where we began. Sit up tall with your hands gathered to your heart and your eyes closed. We'll seal our practice, close our practice together with one big group Om. So start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need to. Inhale your voice. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here, for showing up, letting me guide you. Namaste. Yeah. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'll be here next week. Um, Hopefully I'll see you then or before. And if you didn't pay on your way in, please remember to pay on your way out. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Yes. Yeah, I'll just text it to you. Yeah. Isn't it so good? I know I love that one. All right, Barb, you done did it.
That was awesome. I just love the flowy part.
Good.
I didn't
Wow.
know.
Yeah, it's hard. This is a hard class. I think it's the hardest one of the week.